Clippers Live post-game presented by Hyundai on FanDuel Sports Network. The Clippers even the series with the Denver Nuggets at 1-1 with a 105-102 win here at Ball Arena. As I welcome you inside, Christina Pink, Jim Jackson, and I am rarely at a loss for words, but the margin for error has been so slim in this series, and the Clippers making some winning plays down the stretch, and Kawhi Leonard, enough said.
Well, I mean, first with Kawhi, I mean, we kind of knew that he's going to come back and be a different player, the kind of the Kawhi we saw at the end of the year. Much more aggressive, much more assertive, getting to his spots, and he did that early and often. Now, he set the tone for how the Clippers are going to play. Now, look, it wasn't a perfect game by the Clippers, but despite giving up those offensive rebounds, they didn't turn it over as much. They forced Denver into those turnovers converted, and as a result, able to tie this thing up. This is what playoff basketball is all about, Christina.
5 points have decided this series. The Clippers falling in OT tonight, getting the win here in Denver to even the series, and it was an impressive win, but an even more impressive performance from the Claw. 39 points, and Jim, it felt like every single one of them, he was in attack mode, finding his rhythm throughout the game, and we talked about it in the pregame show, and for him to deliver in this moment tells you about the Claw.
But that's the beauty of having versatility within your game, because it's hard for a defense, I don't care how good they are, to take away everything. I mean, that's the same thing when you guard against Jokic. So the ability for Kawhi to mix it up, to get to his mid-range game, I think is very important, because now that's going to open it up for the three-point shot, because guys don't want to get beat off the dribble. Then a mid-post game. Okay, Aaron Gordon, you may have a couple inches, but the creativity and the shot-making ability by Kawhi allows him still to get his shot up over a bigger opponent that may have the length on him. But I tell you what, Kawhi in the big moment when we needed a big shot, and then that steal was huge as well. This is why you're patient with his health and want him to get back fully healthy, so now he's fully engaged, so now he wins you a game like this on the road in the playoffs.
Playoff Kawhi, so fun to watch. And at one point, I didn't think he was going to miss in this game. Started out 6 for 6. Yep. I think it was like 11 for 12 in that third quarter. He had a couple of misses, but Kawhi was locked in tonight. And this one, a flair for dramatics, as usual. This one was a late game back and forth thriller. So we'll take a look at the finish of this one. Jim, what stuck out to you here in the closing minute?
Well, just shot making. Similar to what we had in that Golden State game to kind of end the season. Two gritty teams that just figured out ways to make some shots. Now, everything wasn't perfect. Like, things had to fall in our way. That turnover. How about the dunk miss by Aaron Gordon? Yeah. Those things play into your favor, and when they fall into your hands, you got to take advantage of it, in particular on the offensive end. And this is really good defense by Aaron Gordon. But once again, it's better offense from a better offensive player. And right here, just at the end, just being able to get in, to play some defense, to get another offensive rebound, but time is expiring off the clock. Not enough, and good defense by Kawhi. You walk out of here with that dub.
I can tell you we were all kind of holding our breath in that fourth quarter. How about Steve Ballmer? Relishing the win. By the way, he'll get to host his first playoff game at Intuit Dome on, what is it, Thursday?
Thursday.
Goodness.
Can't get here fast enough.
Hey, all the days start to blend together. This has been so fun with these NBA playoffs. And by the way, they say a series doesn't start until a team wins on the road. The Clippers accomplishing that tonight. I also think it doesn't really start until you get a little extracurricular activity. We had a little bit of that in this game as well. Some chippiness, some feistiness. This one was certainly pretty fun tonight. We'll have a little bit more for you after the break. Hopefully hear from some of the coaches and some of the back to the NBA playoffs as the Clippers even the series with the Denver Nuggets. We gave Kawhi Leonard a lot of love for his performance tonight, but how about Norman Powell, who had 7 points in that fourth quarter? He'd been struggling throughout the series to find his shot, and he came up big in a big-time moment.
If you look at the stats, last game, he made 5 shots, but he made 5 shots in this game. 2 3-pointers, 2 last game. But It's when he made his shots in this game. He didn't shy away from the moment, nor did his teammates shy away from getting him the ball when he had open opportunities. And that just tells you a lot about the connectivity within this team and the trust with each other. Yes, he may have struggled at times, but late in the game in situations where he needed to come up with a play in the basket, the ball was put in his hands, and he was able to come through in the clutch.
Yeah, you saw a lot of the emotion from him throughout the game when those shots were going in, even here in the final minutes celebrating with his teammates on the court. Now, the big fella, Ivica Zubac, was officially named a finalist for Most Improved, and you see why tonight. Another double-double, 16 and 12 here in Game 2.
Just steady Eddie, just doing his job. I mean, started off the game defensively, just impacting in the middle of the paint right there. The ability for him, which was key for me. At halftime, he had 0 fouls. So now the fouls that he knew he was going to pick up in the second half because the dynamics have changed, allowed him to play aggressive without having to leave the floor because of foul trouble. And that's just outstanding, intelligent basketball. And then what he gives you now on the offensive end, the trust to be able to come through with that nice little jump hook inside or making critical plays with the ball in his hands. Decision-making, scoring, defense. It's the reason why he's up for Most Improved Player, but also why the Clippers are where they are this year.
Yeah, Zoo told me how much he enjoys this matchup, how much he was looking forward to playing the best big in the NBA, and Big Zoo holding his own against the Joker in this series. Now, Kawhi Leonard, 39 points, as we mentioned. Let's take a look at the shot chart, Jimmy, because he was incredibly efficient tonight, 15 of 19. So what about the looks he was getting?
Well, the looks that he determined he wanted and not what the defense was trying to give him. And at times, at the top of the key, they came and tried to double team and get the ball out of his hands. Teammates did a really good job of getting it back to him, but you see a lot of his work was done on the right-hand side of the court because the defense was trying to force him away. He was able to get to his shots. But Kawhi, even under duress, Christina, still able to come through, especially with that big-time shot on the wing over here over Aaron Gordon. Those are the plays that the top players in this league continue to make in big-time situations. Yeah, we got a long way to go before this series is over with. A lot more minutes and games to be played, but that performance right there is at the top of the list right now.
And guess what? If you thought this was fun, the series shifts to Intuit Dome. I cannot wait to see how the wall reacts to this one. This will be fun on Thursday. Take a look at it. The Joker and the Claw will be back again as we get you set for Game 3. Clippers Live starts at 6:30. We cannot wait to see you from Intuit Dome for the next one. So that'll do it for myself, for Jim Jackson.
Ngày hôm nay mình sẽ đi tô màu. Ngày hôm nay mình sẽ bắt đầu tô màu những sản phẩm rất chi là đẹp, và bút màu của mình cũng rất là đẹp các bạn nhé. Các bạn hãy cố gắng xem video của mình đến hết. Mình cảm ơn, và đừng quên hãy cho mình một lượt like và một lượt đăng ký kênh để mình có động lực các bạn nhé. Và bây giờ mình cùng các bạn đi tô màu nào.
Bây giờ sẽ tiếp tục câu hỏi các bạn.